चालू सेकंड इयर चालू झालं का? इथे हो हो माईक राहणार माईक
Thank you all. Now I request the deputies to kindly occupy their seats on the dais. When words are few and volumes to be expressed, thoughts are a new plan to express the feelings unsaid. With this, I would request Dr. M.S. Nagawal, Organizing Chair and Head of the Department, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, to welcome our Chief Guest, Dr. Ashwin Kothari Sir, with the set. Next, I would request Dr. Mrs. P.P. Palsulkar, Conference Chair and Head of the Department, Electronics Engineering, to welcome our newest Principal Sir, Dr. A.P. Bala. After this, I would request Dr. M.S. Nagawal, Organizing Chair, ICETEMS 2024, present the opening remarks.
Good morning, one and all the dignitaries on the dais, chief guest of today's inaugural function, Dr. Ashwin Kothari sir, president of today's function, Dr. K.P. Wale sir, Prachi Barsar sir ma'am, co-host and HOD Electronics Department, TPC chair, Dr. Yogita Chittiar ma'am, of the dais, dear conference committee members, deans, HODs, faculty members, and distinguished participants. As an organizing chair, it gives me immense pleasure and honor to extend to you all a very warm welcome to the inaugural session of second IEEE International Conference on Emerging Trends in Engineering and Medical Sciences, ICETEMS 2024, which is jointly organized by Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering and Electronics Engineering Department of Yeshwantrao Chauhan College of Engineering, Nagpur. Our conference is approved by IEEE and technically sponsored by IEEE Bombay section. ICETEMS 2024, which is proposed in the hybrid mode, received overwhelming response from across the globe. We have received total 784 research papers from reputed organizations of UK, Ukraine, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and various states of India. Out of 784 research papers, after rigorous review, 194 papers were accepted for oral presentation. 154 researchers have registered and they will present their research work in 17 different tracks on emerging technologies like AI, ML, IoT, VLSI, embedded systems, healthcare technologies, and technologies for social applications, etc. in online as well as offline mode. For this conference, Dr. Koren Cengiz, Associate Professor, Biruni University, Istanbul, Turkey, will deliver a plenary session today, that is on 22nd November 24 at 2 p.m. on the topic Next Generation Routing Protocol for Wireless Sensor Networks. And Tashneem Khurana, Senior Staff Tech Lead and Manager at Aurora, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, United States, will deliver the plenary session on 23rd November 24 at 8:30 a.m. on the topic, the brain behind the wheel, how self-driving cars work and their journey to revolutionize transportation. I appeal all my participants and faculty friends to join for the plenary session. I am sure that this conference will help in enhancing the knowledge and provide an opportunity to the researchers to highlight the challenges and discuss and propose innovative solutions to the existing and future challenges. I thank all participants for contributing their research work and wish you all pleasant and comfortable stay in YCC campus. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request Dr. Yogi Babu, Principal YCC and President of today's function, to deliver his presidential address. Please, sir.
Good morning, all of you. Dignitaries on the dais, chief guest of today's inaugural function, Dr. Ashwin Bhomari, Head EC Department, INIT Nagpur, the organizing chair and Head Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Department, Dr. Nagawar, conference chair and Head Department of Electronics Engineering, Dr. Masarkar ma'am, Dr. Yogita Chitri, my colleagues in the audience, teams, heads of various departments, participants, and dear student friends. I take this opportunity to welcome you all to the inaugural session of second IEEE International Conference on Emerging Trends in Engineering and Medical Sciences, organized by Electronics and Telecommunication Department and Electronics Department of Ishmatrao College of Engineering, Nagpur. At the beginning, I congratulate the organizing team of this international conference for taking a lot of efforts, doing hard work, and in short time organize this conference at YCC and given the platform to all the researchers to showcase their talent in the area of emerging trend in engineering and medical sciences. Now, when we talk about emerging trend, so from last 4-5 years, we are hearing the various emerging trends. If you take the civil engineering, to which I belong, it is beam technology, it is smart buildings, it is green technology, application of AI in various construction activities, whether it is bridge, transportation, or name the activity. Now we are finding AI everywhere. If we come to mechanical engineering, it is 3D printing, application of CAD/CAM, Industry 4.0, robotics. If we consider the electrical engineering domain, then it is renewable energy, mainly the solar energy, and now the electrical vehicles. Electronic ET, CT, IT, various are design. Then AI/ML, data science, AR/VR, IoT. So many technologies are coming up, and unless and until, as a researcher or as a faculty member, we are not getting expertise in this field, we cannot deliver it to our students because the technology is growing with very faster pace, and whatever students are learning today will become obsolete after 4 to 5 years. So everybody must be updated with their knowledge of the current technologies. Because I know when we were studying in 1981 to 85 at BRC, now it is BNI, there were no computers. And when we were in final year, we learned the program code by Rajaram. Just computers were introduced, and there were cards. We have to write the program code, and insert those cards, and solution we get after 2 days, 3 days, like that. But with the advancement of technology, we also learn it now. We cannot say that we have not learned all those things, so we don't know anything, because we must be updated. Similarly, nobody can believe that the complete world will be in their hand in form of mobile. Nobody thought of that. When mobile came in 96-97, the most popular company was Nokia. Where is Nokia now? Nowhere. Because they have not made the advancement in technology. They have not made their mobile user friendly and not as a smartphone. This is the era of smart technology. Everybody, whether he is poor, middle class, or rich, everybody is having mobile, and mostly the smartphone. And all activities you can do with this mobile. But at the same time, when we say about technology, there are two sides of technology. One is the constructive side, and other is the destructive side. So many frauds we are witnessing. So many hackers, they are hacking the system developed by Google, Microsoft. So both type of engineers are available. Positive mindset and negative mindset. So we must be expert in both, so that we can identify all these negative things and convert it into positive things, so that whatever research we are doing will be useful to the society. Now I am very much happy that 150 plus people have been registered. Last year when we organized the first scientific international conference, 89 or 90 papers were accepted. But due to hard work of this organizing committee, they reached to almost 900 researchers. As Professor Nalawan said, 800 plus papers were submitted. Out of that, 180 were accepted and 154, 155 they have registered. This shows the importance of the topic and the interest of researchers in the emerging trend in engineering and medical sciences. Now, engineering is not limited to particular discipline. Whatever work you carry out, it must be multidisciplinary. If you see the medical side, all medical instrumentation facility, here you see the application of engineering. Minimal invisible surgery. Earlier, all surgeries were performed by cutting some part of body. But nowadays, all those instruments, whether it is endoscopy or anything you name, related to dental or anything, it is performed without cutting your skin with instrumentation facilities. And this is possible only due to advancement of technology. Even the doctor can perform the surgery in virtual mode from one country to other country. And IoT and AI is very important role. Similarly, core branches student cannot say that we are from core engineering, not necessarily to know about AI. AI हर चीज में घुस गए. You name the thing, AI is there. अब WhatsApp अपन यूज करते थे, वहां भी AI आ गया. सर्च बटन WhatsApp जब ओपन करते, राइट, चैट जीपीटी, अगर आपको कोई स्पीच देना है, राइट द टॉपिक, स्पीच और राइट द टॉपिक, पूरा भाषण में मिल जाता. पहले चैट जीपीटी में था, व्हाट्सएप में आ गया. व्हाट्सएप इज यूजर फ्रेंडली. मैक्सिमम पीपल यूजिंग व्हाट्सएप. अपन ने इमेजिन किया था कि व्हाट्सएप के थ्रू फोटोग्राफ आएंगे, डॉक्यूमेंट आएंगे, जेरॉक्स सेंटर पे जाते थे, अपना जेरॉक्स करते थे, फिर वो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट देखती थी, कलर जेरॉक्स के रेट बहुत ज्यादा रहते थे. When I was submitted one paper in international conference in 96 or 97, तब पहली बार हमें पता चला कि कलर ट्रांसपेरेंसी है. तो ट्रांसपेरेंसी जो तब प्रोजेक्टर के थ्रू ही प्रेजेंट होता था, पीपीटी वगैरह नहीं था. तो कलर ट्रांसपेरेंसी के रेट थे 40 रुपए एक ट्रांसपेरेंसी. तो हमारी 20-25 ट्रांसपेरेंसी थी, तो हमने कलर में निकाले. आज उसकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं. आज फ्री में है सब, because you are doing your presentation through PowerPoint and so many techniques are available to make it more impressive. So unless and until we are ready to change, we are ready to accept, and we are ready to learn all this technology, we will be obsolete. And as a teacher, unless and until we are updated, how we can deliver updated knowledge to our students? And to update our knowledge, such type of conferences are very useful, because we came to know the research in emerging areas from various researchers. But many of participants, they attend it for certificate only. Earlier, that certificate carries some value for their cash promotion, but now it has no value. You must have the knowledge of that particular area and always have the expertise in one area only. Instead of having less knowledge about 10 areas, let us have the knowledge, expertise in single or maximum 2 areas. Because every area is multidisciplinary. It is related with other areas. Now, all of those who are from YCC, they know that YCC team title, they received first prize in ISRO's national level rover competition. And they received this prize from the president of our country. And prize was 5 lakh. It is a proud feeling for them as well as us that they are receiving the prize from president of our country. जिंदगी में ऐसे मौके बहुत कम आते and to whom they compete. Team from IIT, NIT, government engineering colleges, self-finance colleges, autonomous colleges. And they use various type of technology while preparing that rover because problem statement was given by ISRO. And in that rover, why they got the prize? First prize. Because as compared to other teams, they use certain creative and innovative technology. And they become different than other teams. So knowledge and expertise is not restricted to student of IIT and NIT. It is an open world. Anybody can gain that knowledge, can develop expertise and apply it to various applications. Because in this curriculum we learn so many things, but we don't know how to apply it. In civil engineering, we teach them analysis, design, so many things. But after graduation, very few can design their own house. You can see the example. You will see very less success story. सिविल इंजीनियर खुद के घर का डिजाइन दूसरे को दे रहे, लोग तारीफ करेंगे, सोसाइटी तारीफ करेगी कि हंसेगी। इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर घर में कुछ इलेक्ट्रिकल डिफॉल्ट आ जाता है, कॉलिंग द एमएसएबी पीपल। मैकेनिकल पीपल, व्हीकल में कुछ हो जाता है, टेकिंग द व्हीकल टू द रिपेयर शॉप। मेजर ये होगा जहाँ इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन लगता है तो बात होगा, पर छोटी छोटी चीजें रहती है। एंड दैट्स व्हाई व्हेन यू लर्न एनी कोर्स यू मस्ट हैव द बेसिक नॉलेज ऑफ दैट कोर्स। ऊपर ऊपर से फ्रॉम एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू अगर आप पढ़ोगे, पॉइंटर अच्छा आएगा, मार्क्स अच्छे आएंगे, व्हाट अबाउट द नॉलेज? नॉलेज जीरो, ऊपर पंची थी, रट्टा मारे 100 में से 80 मार्क ले। पर जिसने बेसिक थिंग क्लियर किया और जिसको 55 ही मार्क मिले, वो फील्ड में आगे जाए। एंड दिस आर शोन, दिस आर प्रूफ। मैं हमेशा मेरे एड्रेस में वाईसीसी की एक स्टोरी हमेशा बताता, खास करके पहले बैच का स्टूडेंट था कंप्यूटर टेक्नोलॉजी का, 7 या 8 साल में बीटेक हुआ, 7-8 साल में 4 साल का कोर्स। आज अमेरिका में है और 250 एम्प्लॉय उसके कंपनी में। जो अपन बोलते क्लास में उसका पॉइंटर 9 पॉइंट है, 10 आउट ऑफ 10 है, ये तो 6 साल में हुआ, 7 साल में हुआ। तो उसने मेहनत किया होगा आफ्टर ग्रेजुएशन, उसको रियलाइज हुआ होगा। और जब वो फर्स्ट सिल्वर यूनियन 2013 में, पहले बैच का सिल्वर यूनियन 2013 में हुआ, वो आया था यहाँ और उसने गोल्ड मेडल स्पॉन्सर किया। और उसका कहना था क्या सर मुझे ये वो स्टूडेंट को देना है जो मैक्सिमम ड्यूरेशन में बी हुआ है। मैंने बोला ऐसे मेडल नहीं देते, मेडल हमेशा टॉपर के लिए है। पर फिर भी हमारे यहाँ एक मेडल है जो ओवरऑल कैटेगरी को कवर करता है, नॉट ओनली एकेडमिक्स। सिल्वर पॉइंटर भी रहा उसका, पर इज एक्सेलेंट इन एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर, को करिकुलर, इन बोथ द prizes, in breakfast of IIT स्पोर्ट्स इवेंट। तो ऐसा एक मेडल है, तो सर बोले ये मेडल उनको। सो बिलीव इन योरसेल्फ, learn all the technologies, and the important responsibility is on the faculty member to make aware about the student about all these emerging technologies, because this technology will become obsolete in coming 5 to 6 years, and especially the branches like computer and electronic engineering. Technology is changing, so we must be updated with all these technologies. So I am very much confident that through this conference, the researchers will get new idea, the faculty members, the participants, they will get new idea. Those who are thinking, pursue their PhD, they will get some emerging topic for their research work. They will develop the new contacts, because through these conferences always we develop our networking with various participants belonging to other institutions. So I wish my best wishes to all the sessions, to each participant. And I thank the organizer my
degrees in electronics engineering from Nagpur University and obtained PhD from Vishveshwaraya National Institute of Technology, Nagpur in 2010, where he is now currently working as head of the department. He has also worked for around 6.5 years as in charge dean of IIIT Nagpur. He is a senior IEEE member and is one of the coordinators for the Center of Excellence of Combated Systems, Hybridization and Communications and Embedded Systems, which is World Bank assisted project of TechWith with a fund of around 90 million US dollars. He is also the coordinator of the recently established Center of Excellence of EMC-EMI at VNI. He has guided around 15 PhD scholars and 5 students are currently pursuing PhD under him. He has lot of contributions in terms of papers in SCR, Scopus, and other reputed conferences and journals. He has also worked as organizing committee member in various conferences and is on the editorial board of reputed international journals. He has around 29 years of experience in teaching and 1 year experience in industry. His research areas include image processing, antennas, wave propagation, electromagnetics, communications, and ground steps. He has also been a member of the teams that have visited many reputed universities in US. He has 7 patents to his credit and a group of 5 students he has mentored had stood forth at all India level competition of Swadeshi Microprocessor Challenge by maybe Government of India and had won prize of around 20 lakhs. He has delivered many guest lectures and many keynote addresses at reputed international conferences and workshops. Today he is going to deliver his keynote address on the topic Embedded System Design Issues and Challenges. I now call upon Dr. Ashwin Kothari sir to please deliver his keynote. I request the dignitaries to please occupy their seats and Dr. Gupta.
Very good morning to all. Principal of ICC College, Dr. Bhagye, Professor Narwala, Madam Chitri, Madam Professor Chori, Department, my dear colleagues, students, audience, and mediators, participants, conference. A very good morning to you all, and getting myself involved in any of the events of ICC is like homecoming. Um, Majority points have been covered by Dr. Bhagye right now about technology trends and all. And there was a point of penalty. So, but the first thing which I should share is I am alumni of the ICETEMS. So there might be point which I will miss with my introduction. I am entered from ICC. Proudly say that. I am also product of Adelaide College of British Founded Government. So, and then there are many people like Professor Zade, taught me, like again, presenting talk in front of them, whereas Dr. Kishore, Dr. Atish, and my colleagues, many of my ex-colleagues are present over here. It's a good time to share moments with you all. Thank you for giving this honor to me as well as the opportunity. Before I actually formally present my talk and all, I would just cover 3 points. As majority of the technology trends and their aspects or things related to technology, we all must understand that what these competencies actually contribute. He has already correctly pointed out that people do it just for the sake of certificate, getting some recognition, some credit points for their career advancement. That always should be there. But nowadays, role of teacher is very challenging, and 3 aspects are always expected from me. One is which is our bread and butter. Second is research, and third is administration, which mainly involves policy making and research. So you will find that if we compare right now where we are moving to and where the country is exactly progressing or what kind of trend is there. So our target is that up to 2047, getting ourselves transformed into a developed country from developing country. And for that, the main aspect is how much these technical institutions are contributing to the GDP. That is very essential. And if you compare this percentage with China, countries like China or Europe or US and all, you surprised that we are lagging far behind. So the research which is pursued at institutions like ours remain limited only for achieving some qualification. Usually, person is PhD, we think that everything is over and it begins from there. So what happens is we publish paper and all, but no technology which has been published in paper gets converted into a product. Okay, or it adds to the GDP of the country. It does not bring any element of indigenously or indigenously developed technology. There be technocrats or faculty from technical institutions have a very important role to play. So we have to see it that whatever research we pursue should only not get converted into papers, but it should also get converted into some kind of technology or product which can be used for. Another thing is the enrollment ratio. We say that colleges are mushrooming, there are so many branches, admissions are problematic and all. What is the trend of campus placement? But still you will find that the higher technical education enrollment ratio currently in our country is 24 to 26% as compared to other advanced. And the target is up to 2030, we have to take it to 50%, which is very huge. So even if all institutions double their intake, still it is not possible. So that's why national education policy came into existence, and through COVID we came to know that technology can support us increase or enhance our outreach and deliver education for people to enhance these missions. These two aspects are very important. And therefore, such conferences are the perfect platform for interchange of ideas, validation of ideas, exchange of ideas, and forming a collaboration. So, taking this opportunity together, currently as head of the department, I would invite all of you, or you are most welcome in any capacity if you think that my department from VNIT can help in this manner or get involved for any kind of collaboration. So I can formally announce here that you are always welcome, either students or faculty, and you are most welcome. And therefore, I wish all the best to all the presenters. Finally, there might be some awards for papers. I don't know. But if someone could not make it, then there is a motivation to go again for it and use this platform perfectly for such type of opportunity. So we see to it that your ideas they finally get converted into something, some product technology, and you are forming a good paper for collaboration with all the technocrats or researchers from different fields. I must congratulate the organizers. They have amalgamated two important fields. One is engineering, medical science, which in current they are not separable, or rather they are inseparable. And therefore we must have knowledge. So if you don't know, by latest I will tell you that IIT Kharagpur is the first technical institution which has opened even a medical college also in their campus. Because there is a lot of engineering involved in the medical sciences. So with this, these are the few points which I wanted to deliver or talk about as my address, my points in speech. And now I will go for formal delivery of my topic. So as the term competence is there, and it is hybridization of communication and competence, amalgamation of the two. So we talk about what has happened recently is one of the gold technology for or monopoly of one branch only was there. If you, even if you see automobile engineering, that has completely now diversified into amalgamation of many other branches into it, and no longer it belongs as a monopoly to mechanical engineering only. Rather than extent, the electronics engineering and computer science engineering has come into it. So EV is there. So the complete mechanical engineering aspect has gone out of the automobile engineering. And therefore, you will find that it is very, very important that we could see that civil slowly will become avionics. Then you will find that aviation will become avionics, and there is amalgamation of so many things together. And therefore, hybridization of communication and embedded together, it opens domain for various technologies. Maybe IoT which is also served. And therefore, the first basic challenge which researchers face is integration of technology. Now, whenever any product or technology you try to develop by amalgamating various branches or technologies together, then what kind of issues you can face on that aspect I am going to talk. So my focus would be on amalgamation of communication and same is applicable to other technologies. Before I start my talk in a formal way, I would just cover two, three important points which are opportunities for collaborating with BNIT or my department as well. So this is my department, how it looks from outside and the center of any activity. Next, so you will find that currently the value addition to the department is as undertaken. There is center of embedded system under which we support various kinds of projects on the thematic area, research, innovation, and all. There is center of excellence of electromagnetic compliance and electromagnetic interference. Recently established the investment of 3 crores and it has a anechoic chamber with quiet zone of 5 meter. The anechoic chamber size is 30 feet by 17.5 feet and height of 14.5 feet. All system standard tests around 18 inch numbers for product validation and checking, right from ESD to any kind of test that can be performed. Then we also have got the use case 5G lab also, the 100 labs have been set up by government. So we already have been provided with this lab, cater the needs of this particular region. So it may be agriculture, automation, healthcare, wherever you think that 5G can be used and you want to do research or you want to develop a prototype or something like that, can always, you are welcome, you can come to this lab and go for the testing or validation. And we also have Center of Excellence established in the field of AIML by IIT. Then ICETEMS Space Technology Incubation Center, then Vishram Zamdar Siemens Center of Excellence and Center for VLSI and Nanotechnology are our associated or aligned centers, in which department is also involved in one or the other way. So these are all centers which are available. If you have any good idea, then come next please. So then you will find that then again for pursuing research, PhD is a good way. And for coincidences, today is the last day for our PhD. But just I wanted to let the crowd know that there are many categories under 10 categories. The admissions are welcome. There are also categories for BTech, MTech also, and you can see the details. Those who are desirous, they can find those results details on the site, and if they are desirous, they can come and join. Next, please. Then there are various skill enhancement courses in the thematic area of embedded system, antenna design, RF, microwave integrated circuit design, and all. These are for faculties, students, anybody, researcher, PhD researchers under Center of Excellence of Embedded System. And there is online mode MTech course also, a full-fledged regular degree of MTech in applied AI that we have started. And there are multiple cohorts in a year, already 2 cohorts. First cohort has 71 admission, next 127, and the third cohort will start from January 2025. So academic rigor is of the same level, and these are various courses. Next, please. So skill enhancement courses are like this. They are on our website, and you can see the fees. There is duration of 30 hours of these courses at the most with hands-on, and the costliest course is 4,000 rupees. So please deliberately have to keep this so that that faculty members or researchers can take this opportunity. So if you are a faculty teaching, suppose antenna, and if you do the course of antenna, you get actual feel and you can do value addition.
So you people are most welcome. Next please. So I will start with the talk now officially. I think 30 minutes time has been allowed to focus. So I will try to keep time thinking that we are behind schedule. Embedded system, I should not elaborate what it is and all I explaining already know. But the main aspect of embedded system is coexistence of software and hardware together, initialization and a dedicated task. So even your remote of TV also is the best example of embedded system or mobile phone or what. Nowadays, what is happening is the application centric gadget development or design in focus. And therefore, what we want is hardware and software should coexist together with this size, which is very small, and therefore we find that miniaturization is the main challenge. Along with that, the software component also which we want to use has to be synthesizable. For example, lot many applications or projects people design with AI and all, and they use heavy computational tools like MATLAB or things like that. And the final question is how this will get implemented on naked hardware. There, how the question is unanswered. We still don't have ICs which can directly implement neural networks. Now, some companies like NVIDIA has taken that lead and therefore they have completely transformed the technology and they have solved this particular question. Therefore, embedded system has a lot of importance. So those who think that everything would be AI, but unless supporting hardware is there, nothing is going to happen. For concept of cost, you will find that the miniaturization and the coexistence of hardware is equally important. Next, communication. You go to any aspects. It may be defense, healthcare, education, uh, automobile, any industry you take. Nowadays, no device is there which does not communicate. So if you buy even an air conditioner also, it has IP address and you can control it with your mobile phone. Okay, so it has a internet protocol. So what we are doing now, we have some home systems or even which is supposed to communicate outside world with the vehicular technology protocols. So every device or machine it is expected to communicate with outside world, which is not possible without giving it a power to communicate or communication protocol or communication technology. And in that also the generation wise involvement is there. So 3G, 4G, now 5G has come and we are moving towards direction of 6G. So we see communication is also equally important. So broadband, then visible light communication, or you can find microwave, wireless, all aspects of communication, optical fiber, everything is included in it. Next, please. So we have even gone to an extent molecular communication also, where drug administration can be carried out by having a communication exchange of information between smallest particles like molecules. And therefore, you will find that from very nano micro scale to mega macro scale, the aspects of communications are coming into existence. That's why various technologies they are being utilized to implement communication. Next. So therefore, this is just a symbolic picture that the door to any advanced technology or progress basically lies on two pillars. One is embedded system and one is communication system. And therefore, its hybridization or evaluation is very, very important. That is how we have coined the term embedded system. So communication and embedded system. Next. Now, in this domain, if those two things come together, like your mobile phone, someone asks you, is it an analog device? The answer is yes. Is it a digital device? The answer is yes. Is it a wireless device? The answer is yes. Is it embedded device? The answer is yes. Is it full-fledged computing device? The answer is again yes. So you will find that all aspects are getting covered into it, and there is a lot of utilization of both these. So it has its own operating system as well as power of communication connectivity to connect to get connected with outside world. So therefore, with this domain, you will find that when these two technologies come together, which are the domain which are available to us, open to us. One is IoT, Internet of Things, we already know. and it has entered into many aspects, smart agriculture, healthcare, or even defense, or even automation, legacy device collection problems, and also many things are there. Next. Then this is again, you see the IoTanalytics.com site. So the latest graph I haven't taken, but up to 2020, the technological trend has been given now 24, recent also it is there. What they have predicted is, in general, you will find that beyond 2020, a person carrying at least 7 gadgets on his or her body, and which is quite true right now. Okay, so you have hands free, you carry mobile, then you have smartwatch, which is again connected. So like go on complete. Now slowly the specs will also have some power to communicate or something like that. So smart glasses could be there. So then pen drive is there. Then we have so many things in our pocket or on our body, which will be they will might be monitoring our vitals and all. So morning walkers, you can see nowadays people are crazy after counting steps and all how much they have walked. So that is being done by your mobile phone or smartwatch or so many things are there. The number of devices on body itself is growing, increasing, and you will find that the connected device will go to the range of 50 billion. This I am talking when of 2020. You just can imagine what is happening in 2024 right now. So in 4 years, the technology trends, there is a, again you will find that increasing trend is there. Next. So IoT analytics, you can find application wise also. So whether it is smart home automation, healthcare, or what, where this trend is going, you can find that which particular application right now is at top. So this opens or gives you an understanding where you should put your effort or invest your effort or research. For example, here you will find that the smart homes has gone to the top right now. So you will find that right now all the vendors or particularly investors, they are working or use of IoT or communication and embedded together just to make their phone smart. So all gadgets need a synchronized connection getting into it. Here you can find that smart city is at third order, healthcare will be at some sixth order. Now in 2024, the latest trend in IoT analytics reducing this will change. So you can know that based on this, which particular sector right now is upcoming and where you can invest your research to reap the benefit from it. That you can always know. Next. So these are examples: smart agriculture and MIS and again distribution of material and all, and automation related to it, warehouse and things like that. Next is then smart city. Already Nagpur is also included in the list, so you could see how those cameras are there. Still, people are not abiding by the rules of traffic and all. But anyway, one fine day we will have a lot of challan, or day you try to sell your vehicle, you will come to know that already you have 4 pending challans in your name and all with photograph everything like that. Is there. So the new sensors have come, or the cycles are there which you can borrow with the app and can ride those bicycles and again go here and there. So there's benefits and things like that. So water management, sewer management, everything digitized and all. So smart city is also one such sector. Next is e-health that we already know. And there again the sensor application level on body, off body, in body, like that. So with the help of this, the post-operative care, entire health sector will get covered by insurance sector, covered insurance sector. Just like today's, yeah, also there will be a time healthcare will be costly. So you will find that a lot of technological intervention will be required. Just within 3 years, everything will change. So lot many sensors allocation on the body would be required, and therefore healthcare aspect related to technology will also completely change. Next, infotainment. Now you see a car, you will find how much horsepower, engine and all that is mentioned just at the bottom in one corner. Whereas all other electronic aspects of the vehicle are explained more. That it is smart, it can change the inside lighting into your mood, this and that, and so many things are there. So the things or intelligent things are more. Now what they can, there the things that if you are playing a video game and suppose you sit in the car, the stage at which you left the game, the same stage should be continued in the car as automatically. So your car is by vehicular wireless technology is connected to the cloud and the vehicles can talk to each other in case of emergency, disaster management like that it is there. So infotainment is a very big sector. Now even just take your car like Alto to the service station. No human intervention or intervention is there. They will simply connect the laptop to a jack and will see all the parameters whether they are in the stipulated ranges or not. So technology has already entered in automobile also to that extent. Next, same thing again. Next please. So density on this. So you get buildings, so it will get rotated, and if there is at 3 p.m. lot of sun is there, the entire floor can get rotated and you can get shadow. So these kind of buildings have come to Dubai. In 5 years, they will come to Mumbai. Okay. Structural health monitoring now. So you will find that the bridges and all already sensors are there. The data acquisition would be there. Compressed signal processing would be their case, and all the bridges and heavy structures they will be continuously monitored by way of AI, ML, or electronic instrumentation and things like that. So this is again another aspect. In civil engineering, lot of electronics will be there. Next, please. So avionics. So you will find that what is the biggest difference between Boeing aeroplane and Airbus? Airbus is fully automated. Completely, you will find that there the pilots don't have any role. Even the landing is in an autopilot mode. Okay. And Boeing is human skill based, which is for long distance. That's why you will find that so much intelligence has come into it that they particularly there are many things that are required for defense sector and this. So we have the short park in Nagpur, which is for aviation facilities, basically creating this needs and other sector where communication and embedded they come together with do lot of opportunities. Next please. So next please. So you will find that whenever computer-based system design is there, what will be the main targets? So first thing is hybridization of the two technologies. Then you will find that customization for the dedicated task, whether it is for healthcare, instrumentation, testing, or surveillance, security, what application is there based on that the role will be given to the device. And the communication will give power to the device to communicate that system will take the role of performing that dedicated task. So based on this mobile phone. So beyond calling and receiving call, it is doing lot many things. Mobile nowadays, you are doing all your financial transactions or things like that. So many things you are doing. Next, please. So what are the issues and challenges whenever you amalgamate these two technologies together? You bring them together. What are the general challenges which you will face, and how to have a remedy over this? So first thing you will find that the integration aspect, which is a very peculiar problem. So in final year projects also students do lot of projects which are very technical. Sometimes these projects are designed in modular manner, but when the time comes to integrate all the blocks together, they don't work. Individually they work, but when the integration is done for the device, they don't work. Okay, this is very big problem. Now, why is it so? Because particularly when modular approach is implemented, we are not we have not checked many things whether they are working on one common protocol platform. If input of one block is from output of another block, then the standards which the are following, whether they are compliant or not, that particular thing we have not checked. Okay, now why is it happening? Because there is a trend. Immediately something is to be designed, we will either go for a Arduino board or particularly Raspberry Pi or this and that. The ready-made programming boards are available. Some sensors are connected and all. Now, if we want communication range to be longer, we will connect the LoRa module to it. Now, moment LoRa is connected to it, we don't know the frequency bands of the two at which these two modules will work together. Okay, so while buying the board, we have not taken care that whether a wireless module will be compliant with this particular board or not, or which particular module will work. Okay, and what is its range. and therefore then the designer is stuck up. Okay, so functionality, the LoRa as an individual model will give the connectivity, but moment it is put in the Arduino board or it is connected, that functionality is not working. Okay, so integration aspects are very important. Okay, so if you are suppose you are design a gadget in which the input would be a file, video file, but the required format is differing from the format which is given by the application, then it won't get processed. So that compliance must be done. So what happens is first disintegrate the design into modules, check the input output compatibility of all the models together and see whether the components have been followed or not. If that technology is not common, then you will find this will become a very challenging thing. So integration aspect is very important. Next is power constraints. So not many people work in robotics. Okay. Now robotics when it is there, electronics engineering, the students they think that they have nothing to do with the mechanical aspects of it. But it's not like that, it's a structure. Okay, so you have to think how many degrees of freedom you have to first provide. And 1 degree of freedom is one step per model. So just example is human arm. So many degree of freedom it has. Every degree of freedom, if suppose you want to introduce in the robotic arm, so many motors will come in picture. There would be ROS which would be involved, and then in that case, who would drive that motor? Then you will think of battery. And suppose if your battery is getting drained in 2 minutes, what is the use? Okay. So we will find that nowadays the mobile companies are spending billions of dollars into energy aspect of the phone and not the other functionality. They want that once the mobile is charged, its functionality should last for a longer time. Okay, so power constraint is very important. Now, I will give you one example that many you know they use Windows. In Windows, there is a system manager. You go to it, and in system manager, you will find that if you open that application, it shows current system in the resources right now. So how much microprocessor power is being used, how much memory then all. Now, moment you run any computation, for example, MATLABs and all, where multiplications are involved or matrix operations are involved and all, non-linearly the power requirement will increase, and you will find that the or in some cases where compression algorithm or online compression algorithms are in picture. For example, if you go for Google Meet or any video conferencing application through your mobile phone, your battery will get drained very fast, or even the mobile will become hotter. Okay, so to save power, immediately what you have to do, if you have to cut it out from the networking and all. Because continuously, if it is in wireless connectivity, there are many redundant modules which are running right now which are consuming the power. So if you are talking about disaster management, drones, and suppose nodes, sensor nodes which have been deployed there to take data and all, then you will need a longer life. Okay, and therefore power constraint is very important. That's why the first thing in design which you should consider is for how much life you want, how much power is available. Once the power window is known, there are two sets of operations. One, those are called as housekeeping operation, and then you see how much power is remaining. Now, housekeeping operations means what? The device will run, it will require power for its regular jobs, to be connected, to give the message or whatever it is there. How much power is getting consumed for it? And after that, you have to see how much is remaining. Based on that, some customized algorithm or model if you want to run, then you should see whether that much power is available or not. Now, I will give you one very good example here. When sensors are deployed or nodes are created, the immediate question which comes in picture is the security aspect of it. Okay, because data is vulnerable open, and from sensors, if people will take data and misuse it, that is the problem. Now, moment you bring security aspect into it, people will tend to go for encryption algorithm, okay, which are very heavily power consuming or power demanding. The moment you implement those algorithms, your entire battery will get drained. That means what with our conventional state of the art technique of security aspects of this encryption or things like that, they are not going to work for such type of application. So again, there would be a problem. This is all because of power constraint. Choice of processing algorithm. Now, which algorithm? For example, in C programming, we have learned that if the sorting of the data is to be done, so many techniques, selection sort, insertion sort, means for one task itself, there are multiple algorithms. Which one you should choose? How will you decide? So that you decide based on the computation complexity, how research summary it is, how much accurate it is and all. Based on that, and last but not least is the synthesizability. Synthesizability of the algorithm means its characteristic to get converted into a method which can be implemented on the hardware. Okay, if it is not getting implemented on the hardware, then it will always need heavy resources of the application software and supporting operating system, and no longer it will tighter. Okay, and therefore lot of baggage would be there with that algorithm. Okay, so tomorrow, if you try to design a device like a locket, which will be always closer to your heart, and you want that locket should predict if you are going to get heart attack in next 20 minutes. Okay, now this might sound trivial, but already researchers are very close to it. Okay, so the angina can be detected and all. Now here, the continuous monitoring won't work because of power constraint. So it will be wake up call by demand only. And another second thing is choice of processing algorithm. Now in that PQRS detection, we do so many PhD research and publish papers and all. But how many of those papers have already been converted into an implementable technology which can run on a microcontroller chip, very small, directly. That no one has seen yet. Okay, so there if you see, say that we are using ResNet and this that 30-layer architecture and then detecting it and all, but how cases for arrhythmia related or other related problems will get detected? It is very challenging, and therefore which algorithm you will be choosing, this is very important. Now here I have one example when such type of collaborative work we were trying to build technology innovation center of IIT Madras, and there one startup was about to come with this kind of devices and all the preliminary work was done at our place. So we came with method which was based on trigger energy instead of going for the PQRS analysis conventional algorithm. The moment it was shifted to trigger energy based algorithm, you will find that the algorithm became so lighter that it was very much implementable on the hardware and can even run on a small Spartan board also. Okay, so this is called as synthesizing. If you involve other elements or statistical methods or also choice of processing algorithm is very, very important. Then interference. This is again another aspect. Now, right now your mobile gives you Wi-Fi connectivity. It gives you Bluetooth connectivity also. It gives you near frequency, RF frequency communication capability. It is FM connectivity also. FM the band is different, but generally the ISM band of 5.8 or 2.4 gigahertz, if you see, most wireless applications are dependent on it. Okay, and therefore now suppose if you are doing 500 patient health monitoring and in a hospital, completely you want to go automated. Like a case like COVID, already that need was created. So no human intervention or even saline administration has to be wireless. So when as far as said the robotic surgery virtually can be done by a person sitting several thousands of kilometers, then this vital monitoring can how why it cannot be done. Now you will find that at local level, whatever wireless technology you will implement, their talent frequency bands are common, and therefore you will find that one application interferes with another. Okay, so the interference mitigation is very, very important. So the EMC compliance also will be required by the device, and therefore this is very important aspect. Next is security. Now, just now I have said that health sector will completely be governed by insurance sector. So what happens is operation cost will be less, but post operating care is costly because manpower is costly. Okay, so they will give discharge from the hospital on the next 3 days only. Go home. Now, how they will monitor? whether you have some problem whenever you climb a staircase or do something, are you facing any problem? It's easy, they will put technology, all sensors, body area network, and the data is already available on the cloud. The doctor will monitor that. But now, when technology is there, the fraud is there. Okay, so I am insured, but I want to get money in a fraudulent way from the insurance company. So I will put all that body event input sensor on some body of the other person. Okay, and I will make claims that I am suffering from this and now you pay. Okay, so the authenticity will come in picture. Now all biometric identification you will say I said that is now technology if it is there, equal important is you should know that the data is coming from the genuine person only. Okay, that is also important. Now, in this security aspect, if you want to put into the device or gadget, which is very small in size, already I told you that you cannot use your cipher technique, encryption techniques and all as they are power hungry. So battery will get drained in first 2 seconds itself. So there is now how to implement security aspects of it. That's why people are now thinking about quantum computing or things like that. Whether at higher data rate, data exchange with complete secure manner can be done or not. Time constraint. This is very important. So many times students or researchers who project and they say that the accuracy is 99.99% or 100%. Okay, so it is very good to have that value. But thing is, the how much time does it take? Is it synthesizable? Now, if you say that after giving the input, it detects the heart attack, after 1.5 hours, it gives 100% correct answer. So, what is the use? Okay, so the critical element of the application is lost. Why it has happened? Because you have worked on a computer which already has operating system, there are redundant modules. So just to kill an ant, you have brought an elephant. Okay. So what has happened is you will find that the real-time constraints will not be checked. Okay. So first thing is any application plan is there. Many times if the students say that we are using ResNet or we are using this particular protocol and all, but as far as driving is concerned, how much time frame is available for decision making, that analysis is required first. And if that time frame is nanosecond, millisecond, or what, based on that you take the hardware. There is no need to bring very complex hardware for every application. Okay, so automation, you will find now in from syllabus we have removed 8085, but you will be surprised that in entire automobile sector in embedded way, still 8085 is used. It is more than a sufficient microprocessor for all automobile application because they are not critical. If it is spaceship, then you will need nanosecond or very critical values would be there. So real time constraints are very important. Then what kind of at the design time and run time, two states are there. So this particular choice of design simulation tool, hardware, software, this is very important. You have started with the tool and after going halfway, then you are realizing that your tool is not doing you these particular aspects and that, and now the entire project has to be changed from one platform to another. This is a big deal. Okay, so you must know at the initial level itself that for your critical application, which particular aspect is very good or tool is very good or hardware that is very suitable. Then next is size. This is customer oriented. Everyone wants mobile to be very slick. Okay, small in size is a challenge basically, and therefore we find that increasing the scale of integration and multi-layer design is a big aspect. And when size is there, other challenges are there. For example, mobile phone, which is one of it has 6 to 7 antennas. Okay, and 6, 7 antennas. Each antenna is a radiating body at particular frequency, embedding all those 6, 7 antennas in just one small thing. You just imagine the kind of mutual coupling they will have. So it's a 5 layer, 6 layer PCB which is embedded in such small thin body. This is very challenging. It has not come in one day. Now you have all antennas, the mutual coupling very less or negligible or almost nil. Okay, whereas our lab design antenna find that the mutual coupling be very high. Okay, so you will find that size is equally important. And Last but not least is interoperability. Okay, so if you are designing an integrated system, can I take the circuit design in ADS of my Agilent into another software, or can the design designed in CST it can get integrated or excited with the inputs which are given by MATLAB? Okay, so can MATLAB communicate with third party boards or this and that? If this interoperability is not there, then the design fails. So that also we must think of. Now these are the general list of issues and challenges. The main aspect here, most problem is if you try to improve one, the other will get affected. Okay, so in technology, nothing is best or worse. If you are buying a car for racing, think of power. If you are buying a car for household, you will think of fuel efficiency. Okay, so it is application critical. So which trade-off is to be opted? So if you try to improve power, it will affect something. Okay, this is always there, and that is the biggest problem. Next, please. So I would just rush through something. The integration aspect, we find that already I have explained anything. But if the integration goes wrong, then what happens is the bad choices affect things like power or real-time performance and the size. The device becomes bulky or many things like that will happen. Next is then power constraints if are there, you will find that if the analysis of the available power window is not done, then it will limit your choice of algorithms and many things. Many important aspects. For example, specific absorption ratio, which is prescribed by World Health Organization. So if you are designing gadgets for health monitoring, you cannot even of antenna can vary. Okay, because it will radiate, and that radiation is not allowed, particularly the prescribed value. Okay, so you will find that in that available range of power or distance device should work. That is requirement. Next, please. Then processing algorithm, I already told you that the size would get affected. If your algorithm is bulky, you may have to use 2 FPGAs, so pony, and then you will find that multi-layer thing would come. The device would become multi. It will be complex. So it's not the case that how it operates and all, but you are trying to improve in one aspect, but it will affect another. Now there are many algorithms which are very good, but they are not at all synthesizable. That means they don't run on hardware directly. Okay, that is the so you must choose a proper algorithm. Next. Interference, as I have said. So various evolving technologies and protocols and all, if you see their IS band frequencies and all, then they are overlapping. EMCMI interference, this is there. Okay, go next. There is just see here. Now you can find how many antennas in mobile phone have. Now these antennas, if they are interfering one and the mutual coupling is not proper. I have shown here the diagram. The older mobile phone. Now we are using 4K or beyond aspect like more powerful devices are there. Okay, from connectivity aspect point of view. So this is very important. And as the device goes into a nanoscale or microscale, interference is a headache. Okay, so even the PCB track will have mutual coupling between them, which you have to read. So RF circuit design at such high frequency is not a joke. You will find that there are many finer aspects which we have to look. Next. Then security, as I have said, this also I have said that regular biometric cybertext they won't work. Sensor nodes are there. The security algorithms would be power hungry, and therefore you will find that implementing one thing will affect another. So if you put more power battery, the device will become bulky or heavy. Okay. So these challenges are such in a way critical that improving one thing affects another. Next, please. So real-time constraints then. Again, latency you have to keep in mind whether it is required is zero or of what order. That depends on the application. Based on it only you have to choose particularly which hardware or software platform we have to use. Now, improving real-time constraints straight away affects the hardware redundancy, size, power constraint, and all. Okay, and this is very important because those devices which are of which the services are required in real time. There will be always real time aspects which are related to your application. And that's why this is very challenging. So suppose if your device is expected to give the decision in 40 milliseconds and if it is not doing that, then it's of no use. Okay. Next. Then this also I have covered. So you go for MATLAB or you go for LabVIEW and design state. This is very important. So don't choose the tool, it is available. Okay. Choose the tool because it suits most to your needs. Okay. Whatever hardware platform or tool it is there. So based on that, this choice would be written. Next, size again I have covered because that is related to the portability of device or you will find that scalability also. Scalability is also important aspect. For example, if I am saying that I have developed one application in which I can monitor the patient vitals, but the question is, okay, it is monitoring one patient, can I monitor 500 patients at a time? Okay, so now I am scaling up. It goes like 5, then 10, then 100 and 500. If the algorithm at that scalable system collapses, there is a lot of interference. That means one system is not letting other system to work. Then such technological solution is of no use. This is never going to happen that only one patient at a time would be monitored and all. So naturally, many applications have a very important aspect of scalability which you must cover because it directly covers the interference and real-time performance of the device. Okay, so one very encouraging example I will give that two students pass out, other pass outs have opened one startup and they have developed one ring which is called as e-Dhyana ring. Now meditation also you can do on the basis of technology and whether you are doing it properly or not that also can be known. Okay, and their first client was Sadhguru, the Isha Foundation, you know. So that video shows that 1,000 people are doing meditation using ring and all. And besides Sadhguru, the monitor was there, you can monitor because it says that when you do meditation, then your rate of respiration is controlled or some energy aura is there which can pick up and vitals can be monitored and it can be known whether you are doing it properly or not. Okay. Now the things will come up where the this kind of devices to be useful for this thing, physiotherapy or rehab. That means after surgery and all, whether you are doing it not correctly or not. Okay, so the device will tell that you need to stretch your hand more. Yesterday you were doing it, today you are not doing it. Okay, you are doing it less, you are doing it wrongly. Like that, the device should tell. And slowly things are coming. So we will find that these rehab things would come. For this size would be very, very important. Next, please. Then interoperability, the last thing that these devices must work with each other. That is the case, and they should be scalable. They should be interoperable. They become the case of device connection. Then again, will be problem. The example is suppose I have a factory. I want to go for automation which is completely IoT based, and then I realize that 50% of my equipment cannot get accommodated or connected to the existing input technology. Then again, it will be a problem. Okay, so legacy device also should get connected. So if you go for smart home and someone tells that okay, you will get smart home, but spend 3 lakhs, change everything, all the AC, refrigerator, everything. Who would agree? Okay, so when new energy meters arrived, so much hue and cry was made that we are not ready to change the meter and all. So can you go for a technology with older meter itself which can bring it on the platform of new listing? This is aspect of interoperability. Okay, so even if improvement not is there, you should be in a position to accommodate the legacy devices also is required. Next, please. So, just based on this, in a minute, I will just show you some case studies where these issues were faced and some of the other remedy was made. And these projects were mostly from these domains, so social, economic, say, defense or whatever, healthcare like that it was there. Next. So you will find that this was the Repesis bipedal first version of snake robot, which can walk like a human being or even can move like a caterpillar or snake also. So the intricate part can be accessed and all. Now the best thing is The person who was involved in this is passed out now and is a scientist in NASA. You can put in YouTube Rohan Thakkar and see the snake robot developed recently for which can be used at several thousands of meters below the sea surface in the ice seas as well as on in space for various terrains. So typically it looks little spooky or scary also the robot which he has designed literally crawls on the wall when he's talking on the camera. So like a snake, it goes and sees things and all and check. And constructing a snake motion is very, very difficult. Okay. But in this first version, we were not wireless. Okay. This has to be powered. So you see, so many aspects are there. So coming up to that particular level is a difficult thing. Then this blind navigation, you will find that the first version, second version, third version, like that, the completely if the technology is to be commercialized and all, how many aspects of visibility or audio input you are giving to the end user. Many times, like I ask student what you are doing, they will say that we are making something for speech impaired people. I say that okay, how many speech impaired people you have made for discuss? Okay, then it's you cannot think what are the difficulties of speech impaired people unless you meet end users and know the aspects of it. You cannot design a product particularly. Next, please. Then you will find that again a humanoid robot in the China Hora of this worldwide platform is won the second prize basically. And this is very critical. So age also it can balance and all. Many things are there. So again now two improved versions of the same are there. This is a patented design. Next, please. Then this is buccal sensor based device based. So the paraplegic patients which are there, which are suffered with stroke or paralysis and all, but their tongue is working. So like a mouse pad, they can move their tongue on the internal surface of chip, and there is the sensor, and they can control all the things or communicate with people and all. Okay, now here the thing is those who were involved in this particular device design, they first 6 months have to learn CATIA. Now, CATIA or CATIA is a software which is majorly used by mechanical engineering. Okay, but that's what I was saying that proper choice of tool is required very much. Then they realize that this cannot be brought into the electronic aspect unless we proper in the tool or security. Then these days you will find that software defined radio and using white spaces and all everybody speaks about. But 4 years back, this was the first prototype which was designed in our lab. And you will find that two antennas were designed, the transmission receive system was there. One was scanning the band available and then available gap on the retransmitting the thing. So we will have to design a wide band, two wide band antennas which can do this job. One for scanning, another for particularly retrans on the available band. And the stimulation was given by the PXI RF embedded chassis, which is by NI. So this particular platform is available where complete RF embedded testing can be done. Then this was ground penetrating radar, which was designed for depth of 3 meter or this thing to check if any explosive planted or things like that. And it was using the ISM band, but at 300 megahertz, which is license free, using continuous low frequency modulation technique, okay, which no one uses. But said that which method you use based on that get changed. Okay. Next please. So then again another socio-economic aspect is thing. So developer, Gosha, and then Gorakshan gave us the basic seed money and all. And with that, the cattle health monitoring and tracking system based on LoRa was designed. So hundreds of cows they return in evening. Then you have to keep a count, and at the same time you have to monitor health also. Now this project was big headache because no one knew how customer veterinary person, and we were not knowing. Now that time the first time we knew that you can know whether a cow is maybe good health or not by the way counting how many times it has nodded its ear. Okay, or what is the time it takes to chew the food? Because cows first take intake, then they can recall the food and keep on chewing. Based on that, you can know whether they are keeping good health or not. Now this is very difficult. So all mobile, your screen is rotation sensitive. Means there are gyroscopic sensors. Those have been used. So you can know how many times cow has nodded the head and all that. So many things you can monitor. Now cows are not disciplined. They can go and sit in mud also. So what will happen to the prototype which has been done? So 30 times the first prototype failed. Water getting percolated into it and all. LoRa also keeping connectivity was not that easy. So after so many iterations, I will tell you the final product has come. And now we are looking for commercially getting it, bringing it into market or converting it. And all sensors they need to be wireless. Then you can see the same figure in the algorithm. Now you see it has come down to a small requirement of RTP code. And just you connect a tab, all arrhythmia related problems can be detected. Okay, very simple. Just because the algorithm was changed. So PQRS on Tom and his algorithm is that everything left aside, we directly went for trigger the best right algorithm choose and the things will get solved. Next please. Just go back one slide and there was one sponsored project by Texas Instrument, his Padma-Vibhushan Dr. Lad who performed surgery on Dr. Vajpayee, our ex-PM. And he was very simple that these two legs they are in what I can say rhythm with each other. So if you acquire signal from the healthy leg and modify it electronically, you can create signal to control the amputated leg. Okay, so you can find that this amputated leg, this thing, prosthetic, you can control and you can have modes of kicking, standing, whatever way you want. So that can be done. Again, two versions have been made. Then same that heart monitoring, as I have said, the coin has been kept to bring you the aspect of size. Now this is that rocket which HTIC has developed in collaboration with Intel. Okay, but the basic figure energy base first step was taken in NIT. Now this is that rocket which they are trying to implement. That if you have it, all heart related elements can be predicted to avoid the fatality. Okay, now this is how this can be the seventh version of the design which has come in picture. This and it is a chargeable device now. This you can recharge it like a mobile and use it again. Okay. Next, then again this thing a Texas Instrument based project where a globe was designed control the automation or help speech impaired people to communicate with other people and all. Next please. Again, ground penetrating, I have already mentioned this. Next. Then again, here you can see that one small idea can change entire thing. So, light emitting diode is a shape of eight wings. And from that, you can make so many shapes. Okay. From that design, the influence distinct PIFA antenna was this. Now, different wings, active components like pin diodes, the radiating wings can be reconfigured to give you a wide band radiation up to 13 gigahertz. Okay, so many of like four distinct devices were there. So four switching combinations can give you so many bands in the same device. So such type of antennas are very useful for spectrum sensing or things like that. If you want to use a software-defined radio already. Next, please. So, like that, it has been shown that how many different frequencies it can cover. Give a wider band communication and required radiation pattern knowledge the same idea was simple, but you see the most difficult thing is to keep things simple. Okay. Next please. Then again expression invariant face recognition. So you can see here persons are changing their expressions. Now this algorithm has even have gone ahead. Even the occlusion also it can identify the person. And finally, the algorithm is synthesizable. Synthesizable means you can implement it on a bigger board. Simple plain board also it runs. You don't need any computer. Okay. Next. Then acoustic improvement in classrooms. That is by way of signal process. Okay. So reverberation control is there. How you can do that and all. That kind of things are there. Next, please. These are various like again smart automation based agriculture or acquisition of parameters, Next. Then next. So this is zero order millimeter wave antenna, and which is its array here is used for as a sensor to detect concealed threat detection. So concealed threat detection means explosives are planted, which happened 2611 and all. Then typically you will find that this is working as a lidar. Okay. And this is like in this application the things were easy because they were permanently powered up. So it was not that the communication finally all this repeaters would be intimated to the driver. Okay. And what they are doing. So you will find just like finding a hit in the running. So you will find that the array basically from the reflected spectra can know release X2. Okay. So this is again a patented design. Next please. So this was the antenna which is zeroth order resonance terahertz antenna. So you will find that small size and then making array out of it. A pentagonal this thing particularly array was made. Next. This one. This was the first prototype, then getting it embedded in it, it will act as one sensor. And then at backup, there will be complete microcontroller based communication and controlling design, which will do this. Now, these sensors will talk to each other. Then on my left, I will see something. Then it says on my right, I will see something. Then coordinator will take those results, we will collect them, and from that, the inference of the information can be taken. Next. So what this says that applications can be critical. There can be many aspects. Which one to be given the importance and what kind of solution you can get involved. This all basically depends on the fact that there is trade-off which you have to make. So if you just want to go and watch movie, whether an ice cream is eaten or popcorn, that can be the question. The key or success key is how much money is in your pocket. That will answer it. So what how critical your application is. If it is healthcare, it will be critical from SAR point of view, specific absorption and all, interference, things like that. You will have to comply with the standards of who and all. If application is of automation, then the aspect is completely different. So many times people run after accuracy. Every time accuracy is not important. Okay, it all depends which kind of application basically is there. So you decide which application based on that you work out for the trade-off and then you work out on all these aspects which are challenges which you will face always whenever you go for a completed system-based design and that is like of communication and embedded to. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request the dignitaries to please occupy their seats at the number dais. Thanks a lot, Kothari sir, for such a wonderful talk, wonderful keynote address. I'm sure that the participants will be definitely benefited by your insightful and informative talk. Now, as a token of respect, I request Dr. Mrs. P.P. Valsokar Madam present a moment as our symbol of gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Ashwin Kothari sir. Thank you, ma'am. I would now request Dr. M.S. Nalawal to present a moment to the president of today's function, Dr. U.P. Ward. Thank you, sir. Now, as we proceed towards the end of the function, we need to thank all those who have contributed towards making this function successful. So now I would call on Dr. Y.U. Chitran, PCC Chair, ICETEMS 2024, to propose the vote of thanks.
Dr. Hall, dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Ashwin Kothari, Medical Department, NIT Nagpur, Chief guest and keynote speaker for this function. Dr. U.P. Wagner, Principal, YCC, and President for today's function. Dr. M.S. Nalawar, Dr. Raji Basalkar, Organizing Chair, ICETEMS 24. Of the dais, Dr. Prasanna Basalkar, Chair, TPC, ICETEMS. Dr. P.L. Sade, General Chair, ICETEMS. Dr. Yogesh Gavade, Dean R&D, YCC. Heads of various departments and teams and other participant members. I, Dr. Yogita Chitri, Chair Technical Program Committee of ICETEMS, delighted to present the vote of thanks for this second international conference on emerging trends in the sciences. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks for Dr. Dattaji Mege, Chairman and Vice, Mr. Sagarji Mege, Mr. Meji Mege, Mrs. Sundatai Mege, their themselves for giving us the opportunity to organize this conference. Without their constant support and encouragement, this event would have been successful. I am grateful to IEEE USA and IEEE Bombay section for providing technical sponsorship to our conference. I express my gratitude to Dr. S.M. Samir, NGA representative of IEEE Conference Committee, and Dr. Shashikant Patil, sir, Steering Committee IEEE, for their help in the approval of this conference. I express my sincere thanks to our chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. Ashwin Kothari, sir, for accepting our invitation and sparing time during the keynote session. I am also thankful to our plenary session, Lakshmi Khurana and Dr. Singh Police for accepting our invitation for delivering their talk on the plenary session. I would like to thank all our advisory and DPC members for sparing their valuable time. Thankful to all the figures and session chairs for sparing time from the busy schedule. I would like to thank Dr. U.P. Wagner, Principal Vice Dr. M.M. Shivsagar, Director, Technical Vice and all teams, including for their valuable guidance and constant support in organizing this event. I would like to express sincere thanks to all our organizing committee members and volunteers for their help provided this conference in successful organization of this conference. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the researchers for showing their interest by submitting the research paper this conference and making this conference a grand success. With this, I would like to declare that the IEEE ICETEMS 24 is inaugurated. Thank you, ma'am. This is the inaugural function is over. The signatories to kindly proceed for writing arranged in electronics department library. And on the offline participants, there will be offline session in after by next year itself. So please be seated for the offline session participants. Thank you, everyone.